loosen the arms. Slowing the breath when you're breathing, connecting with your body. Soften your gaze. The morning routine is about you, no one else. So don't make eye contact or smile or connect with people around you. This is you and you only. Bring your arms up and down, nice and slow, nothing intense. This is for two reasons: to wake the body up and also to get flexible so you can meditate and sit. That is the two reasons. And obviously for your future self, so you can be a lot more flexible. And just coming side to side, cross this way. And then switch into the other side. Alrighty, now hands on your hips, and we just do very slow circles. Open your mouth when you go to the back. Very slow. Get the circle a bit bigger as you go around more. Right to the side, touch your chest. Other side, up. And switch ways. Make sure you're opening your mouth when your head is back. Really stretch the back of the neck. Now look forward, down, chin on the chest. Open your mouth, up, and hold at the top. And down again. And really push your chin forward to the floor. Flex the back of your, you should feel it in your traps maybe. And then one more time up, open mouth. Okay, shake your hands, shake your arms out. Just do a tiny bit of jumping. Wake the body up, shaking your arms as you're doing it. Alrighty. Just past shoulder width. Slow circles, don't start too big. Everything, like we're tight when we wake up in the morning. That's why I don't like to exercise intensely in the morning anymore. But I like to wake the body up. So I start with always smaller circles. And when I do the stretches, I always get deeper as I go through. Start making the circle a bit bigger. Now slightly shuffle your feet a tiny bit wider. Make that circle even bigger. Really feel into the hips. Just trying to open them up and wake them up. And allow you to sit cross-legged for when you meditate. When you do breath work, meditation, your lungs expand and your back expands. So you don't want to lay down to do breath work. You want to be sitting up cross-legged. I have a meditation bean bag. They're like hard beans in a bag. And it helps to prop my hips up and push it forward so I can open up that center. Really important. All right, slightly close your legs and spin back the other way now. Open your feet up a bit wider. Really feel into every part of the hip now. Through the back, bring it down the side and really pushing into the front. Most of you will have very tight hip flexors because you sit far too much. You see the sign on the wall? What does it say? They say sitting's a bigger killer than smoking. And it's not even just for your body, it's for your energy. That's why I have a stand-up desk. I do not sit when I'm working ever. Low energy, if I'm trying to create high energy work, because everything that I do when I work, I'm always thinking every action that I take, I'm sending out energy with that. If I have a low frequency thought, so if I make a trade and I have low frequency, low energy while I'm making that trade, and I go and send that out, not only is it going to be from a lower quality decision, but when you're pushing it out into the universe, it's just not going to be as high energy and higher frequency. So I think about everything when I'm coming into my day. Everything should be from the energy that you want to receive, and if it's not, then you've got to change where you're at. Okay, now we're slightly bend your knees to start with. You just come down, and then one leg straight, and bend and flexing. Just touch in front of the opposite, in front of the leg that's straight with your foot. Just trying to warm up your lower back a bit. Again, whenever I stretch, I always come into doing easy, nothing too intense to start with, because if you push a cold muscle, then that's where you get injuries, right? Very obvious. And now just hold your ankle and turn up. The other leg can be slightly bent, one leg should be locked straight. The foot that you're touching should be locked straight. And look at your hand up in the sky. And then slowly come back down. Have another quick movement just to let the blood flow again. And then come grab the other ankle and turn up. And take a deep breath here. Nice, come back to center, have a quick walk. And now keep both legs straight. Tuck your chin slightly to your chest. And slowly work each spine on the way up. If you have strong abs, you will protect your lower back. If you don't have strong abs, your hips will go forward, you have a problem with your hip flexors, then you have a problem with your lower back, then you have a problem with your neck. If you have a problem with your feet, I use a ball. When I'm working during the day, I roll on the ball all day. Rolls out this part, because if that's tight, goes through there, up your back, straight into here, into your head, and that's why people get headaches, because their feet are tight. Everything starts with your feet. If you've got problems here, it's your feet. Everything starts down. So stretching up, put your hands together like this, stretching up, take a deep breath, and then release as you slightly bend back. And then bend forward, chin to chest, touch the floor, and then slowly back up. Look to the air behind you, chin to chest. Do a couple of these. One more. Now keep your arms up and bend to the side. Wake up the side of the body. Breathing all the time. On the side. Slight holding at the end. Back. If you're feeling anything that's tight in your body, it's a sign. You need to go and do some work on yourself and loosen that area. And like I said, if your feet are tight, your whole body gets impacted. And it's exactly the same. If you've got a certain area of your body that's causing challenge for you, your body starts to compensate on other areas. And that's where all of a sudden you've got multiple injuries from one thing. So that it does make sense to go to chiropractors or the healing. And sometimes it can be energy related. So things on the back like that, slightly lean forward, then bring your elbows forward, and just bring one forward at a time. Now, if you do press ups with wide grips and your elbows are out, you'll feel your rotator cuff back. I can't remember the actual name of the muscle or ligament at the back.
Your delt.
Oh, no, there's something else. It's a very, very small muscle, but it's around that area. And then you can just hang your elbows forward and just push them a little bit. Get your chicken wings out. And then come up slowly. So that you should be feeling that through here. It's a muscle that we use. It's a very small muscle, but you use it all the time for stability. And when you're doing pull motions, we pull a lot more than we push. That's why our biceps are much bigger than our triceps typically. Unless you're in the gym doing this every day, but some people do. Make sure I'm look bigger apparently. All right, so come down now and we'll sit on our toes and just roll slowly side to side. Everything that I do is dynamic in the morning, as I mentioned on the first day. We're just rolling side to side, helping stretch the bottom of your feet out. And then in the evening, it will always be slow holds. It's not fast, because you're trying to, at the minute we're trying to wake our body up. And in the morning, at night, you're trying to slow your body down. So like real deep breathing at night for sure, when you're doing your yin yoga style poses, and then come back and sit on your feet. If any of this is new to you and it's like it can be, what do I do? That's obviously just a mindset, because you know what to do and you have a video so you can literally follow every step. But sometimes to get people started with something, just rolling, always rolling, and then you can lean back to intensify it. It's really good to join groups and communities. Not only are you going to find awesome people in the environments of yoga, meditation, but also you'll learn different things. Like I learned the shaking thing. I jump, but I haven't been shaken like that before. So it's a great thing. Like I'm really interested to learn new things, and I'm very open to it, and I will incorporate parts of that with my routine. I'm like, oh, a little 1%, and I grab everything, because everything's an opportunity, right? So coming back up onto your hips and just put your hands flat and just rolling slowly side to side, or you can do a figure of 8, so that would just look like bringing your bum back and forth in a figure of 8. And when you come back, really come far back to stretch out the front of your wrists. We're on our phones a lot, we're on keyboards a lot, and your wrists and your hands will certainly feel that. So you must stretch them out and wake them up and take care of things that are making you money or serving you well, right? Flip your hands around the other way, so your thumb should be pointing outwards. Thumb's pointing outwards. Outwards, Mandy, other way.
You look ahead for like, oh.
There we go. I saw you got that one tangled the other day. I was like, all good. So if you roll backwards and try and keep your fingers and palms flat, you'll feel the intensity. You can lift your palms up and come into your fingers as well. And you'll feel the stretch in your, like around your wrist area. Move your body back. See how my body's back and my arms are out well in front of me. Intensify it by bringing your, unless you can't, but the further you go back, the more it's going to stretch through that part of the wrist, and just come up. And now we wake the spine up, so in this pose, and same breath work, exactly what we did the other day, so blowing out on the way down, chin to chest, bring your bum, tighten your bum and bring your hips forward, and then breathe in on the way up, and slightly hold just for a second at the top. Do 5. Soften your gaze as you do this. Release your jaw. We hold so much tension in our jaws. Your arms should be locked straight and you want to flip your elbows like this. That opens up your back. So if your elbows are sticking out, you're doing it wrong. Your elbows should be almost facing you. And that will help you get deeper in the pose as well. We'll do one more. Come back to sitting on your feet. So little things like the technique of just switching your elbows round makes that tiny tweak makes a big difference. And it's exactly the same with your trading, with your investing. It's the tiny tweaks that make all the difference, because if you're constantly locked like this as you do this, you're not allowing the movement and you'll cause more pressure here. But that tweak opens this area up, you get deeper in the stretch, and when you get deeper in the stretch, compound that over a year, 3 years, 5 years, your flexibility will be much bigger, your mobility all through here will be much more, just from the tiniest little thing. And this is what I say about trading, investing all the time. It's not these huge things that make a catastrophic difference to your performance. It's the little tweaks all the time. You see how I go through the charts, little tweak, here, 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 and then you get the result. It's not about climbing a mountain in a day. All right, left leg forward, or right leg, doesn't matter. Coming up, not too intense to start with. So your knee should be over your ankle. If you're too far forward, you'll put pressure on your knee. If you're too far back, you're not stretching. Your other foot should not be under your body. Your knee should not be under your body. If you can see there, that's where my knee would be. The further back you go, the more you get the stretch through the front of your hip. And given that we sit a lot, you want to try and move that back a bit. Now, you can see my hips are forward, not back. If you're up here, you're not going to do anything on the stretch. If you're down here, that's the 1%, it will change the stretch for you dramatically. So get your bum through. You can flex your bum if you want. And then just keep your body parallel straight. Lean in a little bit further. And then take a breath. Arms straight, shoulders down. Not like this. I don't want to see anyone up like that. Shoulders down. Up and then looking back slowly. Not too intense. Shoulders down. Another breath. Looking back a bit further. One more. Okay. Now left hand comes down inside of the knee. Inside. Just like that. And then that is your lever to push back. As you come round, look at your hand at the back. Make sure that front knee is pushed out. The harder you push it, the more intense you will feel it. And get that hand as far back as you can when you breathe in. So 3 deep breaths. When you release, turn. Twist further. Push that front knee out. Okay, now that hand drops to the calf. Front hand comes up in an arc. And look to your back foot. And same 3 breaths here. Really breathing. Get that back hand off the calf, knee it down the side, up to the middle. Both hands then come down onto the mat, next to your knee. The more you lean forward, the more you might feel the stretch in here. I'm particularly tight through my side parts there, so I feel that a lot. Not so much in the hip flexor on the other leg. And then slowly, very slowly, start pulling your hips back. Push your hands on the floor to help with the momentum. And then come up. You need to move your heel forward slightly. Hands can be high. You can use a block if you need to hold yourself higher, but you want to have a bit of balance. So slightly, always chin to your chest, just slightly, not right down because you stretch the back of your neck, but it just keeps the back of your neck flat. Try and keep your back straight and you're pivoting forward. You're not rolling like this, you're pivoting forward. You can flex your abs a little bit as you do it, and then point the toes and then lift them up. And breathing as you're doing it. So you want to be blowing out really on the way up. One more. And then slide the heel back just a couple of inches. Knee should be over your ankle. Square your body. Push the hip forward now. You should get a bit more. Flex your bum a little bit. Arms up. Shoulders down. Soften your gaze and just hold it up for a second. And now take a deep breath. And as you release, come back. Look behind you. Hold. Shoulders down. Breathe. And back again. One more here. And slowly come forward. Bring your chin back down a bit. Left hand, side of the left knee. Hand comes to the back. Push that knee out. I don't want to see anyone's knee coming in. I want the knee out. Deep breath. Really turn on that exhale. Shoulders down. This is not a shoulder workout. Drop your hand to your calf. Front hand comes up in an arc. Look to your back foot. That's it. Join the hands at the top and the middle. And then slowly come down, both hands on the mat, next to your ankle. And just lean forward for a second and take a deep breath here. And as you release, get deeper. One more. Okay, and slowly bring your hip back, hand either side of your leg, move that heel forward a bit, and the same, we'll do 5 breaths here. Doesn't matter which way you breathe, don't overthink it, just do the exercise, but connect in with your body and breathe into the area of discomfort. If there's no discomfort, you're not stretching enough. This is not a shoulder exercise as well, so get the back straight, chest through. You can come up on your tips of your fingers, that's fine, wherever you are. Doesn't matter. Just take note. Last breath. Okay, and then I like to move my hands to the side. We're going to come back. Have a quick sip of water if you have. If not, doesn't matter. And when you're ready, come into the other leg, so hips up first. Make sure the knee is over your ankle. Not too intense to start with, just nice and relaxed. If your feet are too narrow and your knee and feet are almost in a line, you're going to lose your balance. If you need a bit more balance, it's okay to go a tiny bit wider with your front foot or a tiny bit further out with your knee, but your knee needs to be under your body. It's just if it's coming across. And then just sit here for a second. You can do a little circle if you want to, if it feels a bit uncomfortable. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect both sides. I'm not scoring myself, I'm stretching. And bring your arms up, shoulders down. Deep breath, then release and slowly back, not too far. And a bit further this time. Not too far on this first round. And slowly bring the right hand inside of the right knee. Turn your palm to the back. And breathe. And twist. Relax those shoulders. And come hand down on the calf. Front arm up. Take a breath. One more. Now your back hand meets the middle. Hands down on the mat. As this is 2 rounds, I always go a little bit easier on the first round because we're still warming our body up. If you push yourself too hard, you're going to hurt yourself. Hands flat on the mat. Take a deep breath. Make sure those elbows are facing you, so just a slight twist in your arms. And one more breath here. Great. Now slowly push your hands on the floor to get the momentum back. Bring your heel forwards, hands either side. Can be up on your tips. And breathe in, forward and back now. Don't roll back with the other hip as you're bringing your foot up and down. Keep that square. Your toes should be coming to the ceiling. Your hips shouldn't be moving here. 2 more breaths. Get those toes right up. Front leg should be straight. If it's not straight and it's too much, then just come up a bit higher. Okay, cool. And then coming through again, just, I like to hold my hand and help myself up. And then I just up and through. Hands up, shoulders down, soften the gaze, and breathe and back. 3 deep breaths. Right hand inside of right knee and twist. Again. And one more. Hand down on the calf. Again, just taking a mental note of where your body is feeling most tense and breathe into that area. Relax your shoulders. One more breath. Hands meet at the top, hands down on the mat. Pivot your body forward. Your back should be straight. Breathe into the areas of discomfort. It's not pain, it's a sensation. Slowly push your hands to come back and upright. Lift, forward, rock, up and down. 5 breaths. Close your eyes if you want to really connect in with your body. We have our physical body and we have our energetic body. And that's what the work of kinesiology, Reiki is. Vipassana, coming up and now just sitting on your heels or on your feet. So your physical body, like naturally if you're carrying stuff all the time, if you've got bad posture, if you're lifting things up, whatever it is, that's going to have an impact on your body. If you are negative to yourself, if you talk badly to yourself, if you say badly about other people, whatever the negative energy is, when you're thinking it, you're swallowing it. You're swallowing that into your body, and your body will manifest it in certain areas. And if you go to an energy worker like Sarah, she doesn't do it much anymore, but she can do clearing. Same as what Paolo was doing the other day when he gave the example of going like that. You can energetically clear yourself in your body. People look at Paolo thinking that he's this wizard being able to connect in and do stuff. He is no different from us. Everybody has this power. Some people choose to tap into it, some people choose not to. Some people show it, some people choose not to. It depends what your journey is, and if you feel the need to support and help other people, because obviously it can make a big impact, as you realised. But at the same time, some people just are able to pass energy through to other people in good thoughts, and you change someone's behaviour towards you. Everyone in the room knows what I think about them. Everyone does. Because I'm always channeling my thoughts and energy towards you. You feel it, right? Crazy. Same as Vipassana. Like I said, in the experience when I was sitting there, and I had such intense sensation in my hip. As you can see, I don't sit cross-legged easily. So imagine doing that for 10 days. I had to boost up, and still it was, and then I stopped boosting and I said, fuck this, let's make it even more intense. Lean into the fire. And that's when I got the shift. And my hip just went pop, and I was good to go. I didn't lean out, I leaned in, and I moved through. And I think in life a lot of the time, we lean out. Too hard, too much, this, that. Excuse. Every excuse that you make is you ripping a part of your goals off. Future goals, I'm just gonna rip it and chuck it on the floor. Negative thought, rip and chuck on the floor. Because everything's a blocker to the person that you wanna be. Achieving your goals, having your dream house, making X dollars in crypto, whatever it is all the person that you want to become, not the things that you want to have. When you get to the point of realizing and having everything that you want, you stop and you're like, oh, none of this matters. But what matters is who you are at that point, because you would have had to have elevated your consciousness in order to get to the next level. That's what it is. Everyone here is seeking connection. They are seeking connection to a higher source energy. And some people get it, and some people don't. And some people identify and associate with that and it makes sense, or they don't, and they're still running parallel into that anyway. They just don't align and identify with it. So it's a very, very interesting thing. Anyway, let's come up and we'll get into our little froggy pose, so you can walk your knees out as wide as you want. Feet flat. Try and keep your feet in line with your knee. It should just be 90 degrees. So get your feet flat on the floor. The wider you push your feet out, the more you'll feel the stretch. Don't overdo it. If your feet are too wide and you're too high, bring your feet in, closer to your bum, closer to each other. So Sammy, bring your feet in and sit back. Because if you're too wide, you're not going to be able to sit your hips back. And use your hands to push you back. It doesn't matter which way, but push your bum back. And slowly now move side to side. If you want to put your hands wider, that's all good. You can put your hands right out and twist right through and look behind you. And then move your weight slowly across to the other side and twist and look behind you. Again, if your hips are too high and you're not feeling the stretch, then you just change your feet position. If you're feeling it too intensely, you can bring your knees in, you can bring your feet in so they're close together. Your bum should be low. If your bum is high, then you need to change the way that your posture is. Breathe. Close your eyes. Feel the energy shifting in your body. Breathe into the areas of discomfort. You're healing yourself. Two more here. Okay, when you come out of this, slowly bring your hips forward and up and just roll your body. Put your shoulders further forward and then you can bring one knee up. It's very important that you get up and out of poses very slowly. If you do it intensely, you injure yourself. Come sit on your bum, one leg straight, other leg behind. Your hips to your left hip, if you have your left leg, whichever leg. You can lay flat, that's fine, or on your elbow. But if this hip is not up, you're not going to get the full benefit and the stretch of the front of the quad. You might feel it in your knee, or the front of your hip. Push that hip up. Really get it. You can see the difference. If I'm down like this, I'm not getting the stretch. If I'm up like that, I'm intensifying it. So you find you in this stretch. It's not about my journey, this is your own journey. Breathe into the hip. Breathe into the quad. Feel the expansion as you're doing it. Okay, slowly rock yourself up. Now, grab your ankle to help yourself bring through. You don't want to put too much intensity on any muscle when you're doing something. It's painful. Switch legs. Come down. If you want to come onto the elbow, on the hand, you might lay back. If you're laying back, make sure you do the stretch properly. I think a lot of the time I see people egotistically getting deeper into stretches and not doing the stretch right. Do the stretch right, and you won't have to go deep on anything. Bring your hip up. Breathe into the discomfort. Close your eyes, connect with your body. One more stretch here. Slowly rock forward. See how I grab my ankle, pull no weight on my leg as I pull it through. Okay, you can put your right leg over your left. Arm comes through, the elbow should be on the outside. So opposites. See how far my arm is forward? I've twisted my shoulders. My shoulder's right here, this one's back. My elbow's past my knee. So really twist that and flex. And see how I now bring this shoulder back and I open my chest up. So I'm not like this or out, I'm up and back. And now use that elbow on your front knee as a pivot, a leverage, and pull that as tight as you can. Push that knee, push, 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 and breathe and twist back. Blowing out as you twist further. Breathe in, and then twist. Breathe in, and twist. Breathe in, and on, guys. Breathing, guys. This is not scuba diving. Snorkeling, holding your breath. All right, last breath. And then I think we have another leg. So let's do that one. That's an incredible stretch. Really, all of them are incredible in different ways, but I find that everyone's lower back, because of sitting too much, concentrate, twist. Get that back shoulder back. Turn it, turn it, turn it. If you need to move your hand to enable it to turn more, then do so. But your back shoulder should not be closing your stretch. It's to guide and open it. Twist the shoulder. Look, look, look. Last breath. Okay, slowly unwind yourself out. And come forward. Just a nice pyramid there. Hands flat. And you can bring your feet a little bit, your heels a tiny bit further back, if you like. And then we'll do 10 of these. It's about going slow, holding at the top. Your glutes should be flexed. You should feel it in your lower back. When you come down from the top of your spine to the bottom of your spine in a rolling motion. And then up, squeeze at the top, and roll your spine down. Do not come flat down. Close your eyes, connect with your breath. Really get those hips high. Five more. Last one. So when you do this, your knees should not be moving. You want to keep them nice and strong. So lay flat. Now bring your right knee up. Roll it over. Put your left hand on your knees. And then get the other hand up in the air. And breathe, deep breath. And exhale down. Breathe in. Exhale down further. Really twist. You should be able to get that hand almost on the floor, and your knee should be on the floor almost. Close your eyes. Don't fight it. Work with it. Release. Last one. And come back to the middle. When you're doing your exercises, no facial expressions. Relax your face. It should be a calming experience. Bring your left knee up 90 degrees, flip over, hand on your knee, pull that knee down. You're anchoring it to the floor. Now bring your left arm up, and then breathe and twist as you release. And breathe. And twist as you release. And breathe. And twist. And breathe. One more breath here. Breathe and release. Breathe and release. Slowly come back to center and into my favorite stretch. So as you roll up, don't go all the way. Your hands push you there, and then we'll go straight as back support. So get your hands on your back. Now don't overdo this because you can seriously injure yourself and your neck. So when you're rolling up, that's it, perfect. You can put your legs up in the air for a bit. And then as you breathe, slowly start to bring them down and pump. One leg straight, one leg bent. One leg straight, one leg bent. They should be 90 degrees, so parallel to the floor, your legs, not too high in the air. Nice and slow, it's not a fast exercise. Bring your hips 90 degrees up, so not too low down. Keep your chin into your chest. And just cycle your legs a tiny bit. And I will come round and give any support that's needed. Get your legs nice and straight and point your toes as you do it. Make sure you cycle a bit, because it's just going to help to warm up the legs a bit. Cycling. Back to the front. Get your legs straight. Straight. Bend. Well. And then when you're done with that, then hold your legs both straight now. Get those toes pointed and your legs straight. Breathe. Slightly lower. Now slightly, just rock your head very slowly side to side and feel the stretch in either side of your neck. The more you turn your head, you can really turn your neck to stretch your trap out. And if you do that, alternate sides, just a couple of times, the further you twist your head, the more you will stretch your neck and your trap out. It is not something to be done fast. If your legs are straight, you will intensify it. If you roll back further, you will also intensify the stretch. So that means bringing your bum closer and further to your head. Now slowly, very slowly, come back down. Bend your knees first. Roll spine by spine down. Lay flat on your back for a second. Just let the blood flow through your body for a second. Deep breath. Focus, guys. Release. Legs flat. Deep breath. Release. Okay, now come up. We haven't finished yet. I just want to do a couple more exercises into plank press up position. Right knee, right elbow. Again, make sure those elbows are twisted back. Right knee, right elbow, bring it across your foot, and then your back foot walks the stretch out. And then you come down, slowly coming down. You can put your forehead on your hand, forehead on the mat, whatever you can do. Forehead on your fists, whatever you need. That front foot should really be as far across the body. Take a deep breath. Just relax. You shouldn't feel tension all over your body. You're stretching your right hip. If you feel it anywhere else, adjust your position. Deeper into the hip as you exhale. And again, exhale. Okay, slowly coming up, just like this. And then this hand can come back as you sit down. Still keep that foot across. Grab your foot. And then roll big circles into that hip. Do 5 one way, 5 the other. Come chest to the floor as close as you can, then up. Big wide circles, and then spin the other way. Really feeling it. Waking that hip up. And then as we go like this, then roll your hips all the way through. Get your knees to the ground and get your hips hip out. And then come through to the other side. So as I bring my knee forward, I can slightly rock on my back foot to help me get that position. And then I put my foot across, down, and then I come back. And then I slowly come down onto my forearms. You can stay here if it's more comfortable, whatever suits you. Or head onto the back of your hands, head onto the mat, whatever is your pose. No one else's. Breathe. Deep inhalation. As you exhale, exhale the energy into the hip. Support your head so it's not bending down with your fists, or if you need to. One more deep breath. And then again, as we're in this pose, come up, grab your hand, really anchor it in under there. Big circles, one way, 5. And then the other way. And if you find an area particularly intense, hold it in that area and breathe. And then keep the movement. Again, if you find it hard in a particular area, it's not hard, it's just a sensation. Hold it there, breathe. And then deepen into that heart. And then coming back and rocking your knees side to side. And then we'll do one last exercise. So we'll come up into this and you walk out your calves. So again, elbows facing you. Twist the elbow back. Walking your calves out side by side. Get that front knee really across because it will help intensify the back stretch. Back of your calf. Walking. Nice and slow, not fast. And then finish that one and push back like this. So bring your hips back and your head and your chest through. And then come up into forward. Breathe as you come through. Feet flat and slowly twist. And then turn the other way nice and slow. So we do 5 of these. Slowly twisting, close your eyes if you need to. The front arm should be locked straight. Nice and slow. And then bring your hips back, under, arms like this, or you can do it in the middle, whatever's more okay for you. Your bum back, and then slowly rocking side to side, just intensifying the stretch in the back of the shoulders. And then slowly coming up into your knees. Now just close your eyes and take a second to share appreciation for a fully functioning body. Gratitude that you've been gifted this experience in life. Appreciation of being able to have this experience and this opportunity of being here present at this retreat. Slight smile on your face. Hopefully it's a happy memory. And if you want to, you can sit on a block. Come into cross-legged now. If you want water, get water before we start our meditation.